You're using it right now. You live on it, you work on it, you fall in love on it. But here's the question no one can answer instantly. Where is the internet physically? If you had to point to it, where would you point? Most people point up, to the sky, to the cloud, to invisible Wi-Fi signals floating around us. But that picture? It's completely wrong. The internet is not a cloud. It's a wire. A very long, very real, very physical wire, buried underground and stretched across the ocean floor. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Welcome back to Surprising but Simple. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most complex systems ever built, to understand how something as simple as a photo travels across the world in milliseconds. This is how the internet actually works. Let's start with what it's really made of. Forget your Wi-Fi router for a second. That's just the final step. The real internet is a massive network of fiber optic cables, hundreds of thousands of miles long. These cables aren't huge. Most are about as thick as a garden hose. But inside, they contain strands of pure glass, thinner than a human hair, carrying data as pulses of light. Here's the part most people don't know. About 99% of all international internet traffic travels through underwater cables. Not satellites, not the sky, the ocean. Right now, there are over 500 active submarine cables connecting continents across the planet. So where do these cables lead? To places called data centers. And no, they're not clouds. They're massive, warehouse-sized buildings packed with servers. Think of a server like a digital library. It stores everything: websites, videos, photos, emails. When you open a website, your device is basically asking a server somewhere in the world, "Send me a copy." And that copy travels through those cables, back to you. But with billions of devices connected, how does your data know where to go? This is where it gets clever. Every device on the internet has a unique ID, called an IP address. It's like a home address for your device. But since humans are terrible at remembering long numbers, we use names like google.com instead. Behind the scenes, something called the DNS, Domain Name System, translates that name into an IP address. It's basically the internet's phone book. You type a name, DNS finds the number, all in milliseconds. Now comes the most fascinating part: how your data actually travels. Let's say you send a high-resolution photo to someone in Paris. The internet doesn't send it as one big file. That would be like trying to push a semi-truck through a straw. Instead, it breaks the photo into thousands of tiny pieces called packets. Each packet is labeled with where it came from, where it's going, and its position in the file. Then they're sent off, individually. And here's the wild part. They don't all take the same path. Some packets might go through New York, others through Miami. Some might cross different ocean cables entirely. They travel independently, taking the fastest route available. When they arrive at the destination, they're often out of order. But the receiving computer reads the labels, reassembles everything perfectly, and in an instant, the image appears. This entire process happens so fast, you never even notice it. We complain when something takes 3 seconds to load. But in those 3 seconds, light travels through glass cables on the ocean floor. Systems locate exact destinations. Thousands of packets race across the planet and rebuild something in front of your eyes. The internet isn't magic. It's glass. It's electricity. It's engineering. But the fact that it works at all, that's the real magic. If this changed how you see the world, even a little, hit subscribe, because the most ordinary things usually have the most unbelievable stories behind them.